marital disputes. Let's now take a look at some breaking news coming in. India will face Oman in match 12 of the Asia Cup 2025 at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. While India, headed by Suryakumar Yadav, has already cemented qualification for the Super 4 stage, the game still holds importance as Oman looks to test itself against a top side. On the other hand, for India, it is a chance to rotate players without losing momentum. Taus Rizvi, senior cricket journalist, is joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We're of course looking at this a very important match between India and Oman, and you know, the excitement is high as the Asia Cup continues. How do you see India placed in the tournament currently, and how do you view this clash with Oman? Are we well placed when it comes to this upcoming match?
Definitely, there is no doubt that India is well placed, and of course they are the #1 side in the world. In Asia, definitely the way they have played in this particular tournament, it's not surprising considering the way they have dominated world cricket, especially after the 2024 T20 World Cup win under Rohit Sharma. They have been superbly playing in this particular World Cup. Even if you saw last few games, I mean, they have outclassed their opponents, Pakistan, and before that UAE. UAE was just a cakewalk, followed by Pakistan, who was just another cakewalk for the Indian team, led by Suryakumar Yadav. But then against today's game is inconsequential for Team India right now. But the way these guys have played, there is major disparity between the two teams. I mean, it's a battle of unequals currently right now. The #1 team versus Oman, an associate nation. So it's more of a memory for creating memories for Oman kind of a team, or with all due respect and for their players. But for Team India, it's just another game to prepare themselves for a big game against Pakistan. Although Pakistan has been no match in this tournament for India, but then it's a high pressure game. The Sunday is the biggest game compared to whatever happened in the recent game. But if you talk about the whole Asia Cup, I mean, who would have watched Asia Cup if there were no controversies suddenly? So I mean, this has been a fascinating tournament, not just on the field but off the field, and India has been dominating both places, whether it's off as well as on.
Well, of course, we also have Mr. Sunil Yashkalra, who's the author of Road to Commonwealth, with us on the broadcast. Sunil, thank you so much for joining us. We're of course also joined by Mr. Taus Rizvi as we take a look at this Asia Cup match between India and Oman. What are your views? How are you viewing the situation? You're of course joining us live from Dubai, where the Asia Cup matches were also taking place. So how do you view this upcoming clash between the two nations?
Well, this is Malvika. Thank you for having me. This is largely for academic purpose and statistical delight that India is going to take on Oman. Of course, I've seen Oman team play at the World Qualifiers 3 years ago in Zimbabwe. And they were a team which was looking that is settling into place under the leadership of Dilip Mendis, the former Sri Lankan player who's been the coach for ever since. But one thing which I wanted to know from Taus, and if you allow me, I can ask Taus a question on Suryakumar Yadav. I know he knows Suryakumar Yadav pretty well. Taus, what would be the body language and the overall feeling in the dressing room, considering that India has just been under spotlight, attack, and criticism for the handshake? Do you think Suryakumar Yadav will take it very lightly, because he seems to be a very chilled out player in the dressing room? Your views, Taus?
A chilled out player, and who keeps on smiling. I mean, who doesn't take pressure easily. But then at the end, things have gone into political scenario completely. I mean, political parties have been discussing the cricketing issues, which means there's a lot of pressure in the dressing room as well as on the field as well. But again, looking at Suryakumar Yadav in the last couple of decades, I mean, this guy has rose. He's been into controversies. He's been through thick and thin. He's been denied places. He's been sent back from Ranji Trophy matches by the seniors. But then again, I would say he's still a guy who can take it chin up. I mean, he's faced different situation, difficult situation, and he's kind of a tough player, a tough nut to crack, I believe. And the way this guy has presented himself starting from day one, whether it was handshake with the captain or Muhsin Naqvi, the PCB as well as ACC chairman, followed by no handshakes post match as well as during the toss, shows this guy is stable. I mean, he's in control of his situation. I mean, whatever things happen, and I think this team India has faced a lot over they know the pressures of playing Pakistan, they know the pressures that comes, while playing this particular game, the game which is religion in India. So they are well set, well prepared, and mind you, it's not just Suryakumar Yadav. They have the back of coach Gautam Gambhir, who's as aggressive, who as patriotic, as nationalistic. So he will be, dousing the atmosphere as far as on field is concerned, but he'll keep pepping them up in the dressing room by, asking them to just put on their best performances. I think for cricketers, for especially Indian cricketers, they have been professionals. I mean, you look at Pakistan team, Pakistan, the way they have gone down. It's all because of not just on field but outside politics as well. Whatever drama happened, and it's not just Asia Cup, but things have been happening for a long time there. I mean, so it affects your performances down there on the field. But the best part, Team India, even if there is a lot of noise outside Team India dressing room, the best part about this Team India team, they are professional cricketers. It doesn't affect them. So you will see the same, whether it's Oman, whether it's match against Pakistan, the Super 4, the finals. India plays professional cricket and they know how to win matches. And even if you saw in the last test series against England, they were under pressure. They were transition. There were talks of Rohit and Virat Kohli not being there. How these guys handle pressure shows that these guys are cool-minded people. They know what to do, what is their job, and they are professional cricketers, and that is what they convey with their performance.
Well, of course, we're in fact, also taking a look at this very exciting match that is upcoming. So we're getting some weather